Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to explain the concept of selection variables. As we've seen before, our software has various types of variables, such as text, numerical, and image variables. Now let's introduce selection variables. Essentially, selection variables function as lists of a certain type of variable. It can be a list of integers, texts, or any other type. The value of this selection variable changes based on another numerical variable. For example, if the numerical variable associated with the selection variable has a value of 0, the selection variable assumes the value of the first item in the list. If the value of the numerical variable is 1, the selection variable becomes the value of the second item in the list, and so on. In summary, it's like a pointer that points to a specific item in the list, and what determines which item is pointed to is an associated numerical variable. Let's illustrate this with a practical example to make it easier to understand. I have a blank project open. Let's create a screen and add a text view to display texts. To begin, in the User Variables panel, click on this button to create a selection variable. Here, you will see all available variable types. Choose a type for the selection variable. Each item in the list will be a variable of the chosen type. In this example, we'll create a list of static text variables. In the designator field, set the name of the selection variable. For example, I'll call it languages because, in this case, the variable will select the project's language. After this definition, click the Create button. Now, the selection variable called languages has been created and is visible in the User Variables panel. Let's add items to the list. To do this, click Edit. The editing screen will appear, and here we can add icons by clicking on this button. It's also possible to set a specific number of items by entering the value in this field and clicking the Set Length button. The button next to it clears the list. After creating the items, you can manually edit the values or make bindings, such as dragging variables of the same type to the list. These buttons act as filters, displaying or hiding system variables and user variables. You can reorder the items in the list simply by clicking and dragging. Continuing with our example, I will define 3 different languages, Portuguese, English, and Spanish, and click OK. Now, I will create a numerical variable to select the items from the list, and in the selector field, I will select this numerical variable. In other words, when the value of the language selector variable changes, the selection variable will point to the respective item in the list. Let's visualize this in the text view. By binding with the language selection variable, we can observe that when the value of the numerical variable changes, the value of the selection variable also changes. I can create a similar example using selection variables for images. I will add 3 images to the project. Create an image type selection variable, create the list, and select the 3 images. To display them, I will add an image box to the project and bind it with the newly created selection variable. In the selector field, I will select the same numerical variable we created earlier. Thus, when the value of the variable changes, a different image is displayed on the screen. In this example, we can create a button to change the value of the numerical variable, allowing the user to modify the language, for instance. Watch this video to see how the project functions when loaded on the display. An important note is that the items contained in the selection variables are not limited to simple values, but can also be other selection variables of the same type. This allows for the creation of more sophisticated and dynamic project structures, where selection variables not only represent direct choices, but can also serve as gateways to broader sets of variables and logics. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments. See you soon.